volumes. Helps if you turn the microphone on, obviously. Let's. Right, so what we're going to do, we are. Turn the other streams down a wee bit because they're a bit loud. Alright. Right, let's see what we're going to do. What we're doing is building some more stuff. Now, since the big update yesterday, look at that population. Population's gone up 100-fold, maybe, or nearly. Hey Ishi, how you doing? What do you think of this colony update, mate? What do you think? It's isn't it just? And literally, that's with one station. Fair enough, it's a big fucking station. But here, look, I'll show you. Look. That's actually finished, that Foo City. Obviously, it just hasn't got rid of that yet. These aren't even. These are barely started. That's literally still just with that. That and those installations. And I started this, but you can see it's not even. It's only just started. So the population things have gone massively through the roof. So yeah, they've the numbers have gone up big time. So what I'm going to do is I'm building this here. This is a commercial outpost. This is a space farm. We'll do some more agriculture shit on there, maybe, because it's got organics. This we're going to do. We've got one extraction. Oh well, tell a lie. What we're going to do is we're going to build these three. So there's this little extraction settlement thing on here, this outpost, this space farm, then the asteroid base, and then that'll give us still leaves us some points to do some other stuff with, and it might give you an idea about what we can do with probably put a refinery. 12 systems. That's mad. It's a lot of work to do, but I mean, this game's not for. It's not a slowpoke game. Not a slowpoke. That's the wrong thing to say. It's not a fucking brush job Call of Duty. There's a word for it, but I can't think what it is. Like a twink game where you've got to fight 14-year-olds for nothing. This you can just take your time over it and do it at your own pace once you've got that thing done first of all. So yeah, so I'm gonna I've literally just made I've figured out what I need to go and get to finish these three off. I was actually able to get some of the initial, like just a little bit, like not much, but a few of the components from here, from my own station. There's a couple of them that I could get, like water and like a few bits and bobs. But we need to go and get the rest. No, I've got the rest written down, so I go in a just an Excel sheet. There's just the numbers on the totals. About 30,000 tons in total. So we're going to go and fill the carrier up. We'll get the alt on so it doesn't take all fucking week. And if it wasn't till if it wasn't going to be summer before we get the, what do you call it, the Panther Clipper. I mean, never not have a Panther Clipper, right? I mean, hopefully it's going to have what? I mean, 2,000. Hopefully 2K cargo. That would be cool. First cargo somehow has tens to hundreds of agriculture and refinery goods. Yeah. I'll tell you. Look, well, I'll show you what we've got exactly quickly because I can do it before we get started. Really. I'll just quickly change to the man there because it's a wee bit quicker than the. Actually, no, there's no point. This is pretty quick. It's only there. We'll go over and have a look at what's exactly on the market. And like I say, this is with no economy stuff whatsoever. Yeah, it's on the other side of the fucking planet. Come on, fuck's sake, what's going on here? Does not want to turn at all. Yeah. Weird. Also, paint jobs for stations, dude. What about that? They're expensive though, arcs-wise, like 10k or more, depending on which one you want. I might get the red one though, just because everything I have is red and black, and it's the cheapest one over them all. It's stuck here. I'll show you what we've got on this here station.
Landing gear deployed.
Touchdown confirmed. Commence system shutdown.
So yeah, so look, commodities, water, loads, evacuation shelters, fruit and veg. I mean, I haven't actually built anything like a space farm, which I've got to build. Fruit and veg, grain, some metals already, bunch of minerals, bunch of tech stuff, textiles. Not even a single piece of bio-waste. What's going on there? But yeah, like some of these are like used in like these are used in some of the builds. Not in huge quantities, thankfully, but you know they don't need to. But yeah, let's have a look at this. This is cool. This is what it supposedly looks like when it's just under a normal light. 12,000. 17,000. Another 12. I do quite like that one at 10. That's quite cool. Yeah. Anyway, so we need to go and get. We need to go back to the carrier anyway, so we need to go and set the carrier up and get it moving. And go and get all the stuff that we want so we can build these 3, and that'll give us some extraction. What does it add to? It adds extraction links, and it'll add an agriculture link from the space farm. And obviously it'll give it another outpost, like a little outpost. So I'm thinking that the 1 extraction on the surface, the asteroid base gives you extraction because that's a basic one. That should be enough, and then everything else can we just do refinery and tech, try and build it. Get a good if you could produce almost everything that is used to colonize. That would be cool. That would be a good thing to try and get. Whoa! The fuck did I crash?
Taking damage.
What the fuck?
Access to this station is by authorization only. Leave this area at once.
What the hell happened there? Who knows? Stupid. Stupid. There's been something weird. Got stuck in the fucking slot, but not stuck in the slot.
Frameshift drive charging.
Wow, so they fixed the stutter and now it's laggy instead. Great. I mean, that's just what we want. No. Alright, let's get back on the carrier, and we'll get the timer started, and then we'll get so we'll get the jump timer started, then get the market set up so we can start filling up the carrier, because we're gonna have to do 1 and a bit runs to do. But this is to do 3 separate builds, so it's not horrendous for considering what it's going to put together.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking complete.
Attention. Carrier has entered pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended. Landing pads retracted. Hangar bays secured. Maintenance task confirmation is acknowledged. All decks are prepared for hyperspace. Attention, all carrier crew. Frameshift drive engaged. Attention. Counting down to jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carrier jump successful. Telemetry checks in progress. Attention. Carrier lockdown has ended. All services have resumed.
retracted.
Ship has departed. Ship departure confirmed.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines disengaged. Cargo hold at maximum capacity. retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Welcome, Commander. Thank you for visiting this carrier. Docking request accepted. A landing pad has been assigned to you, Commander. Request accepted.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking successful. Ship has docked. Your ship has docked, Commander.
granted. Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged. Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Breaching time operating beyond safety limits.
Welcome, Commander. Follow standard flight protocols around this carrier. Docking request accepted. You are welcome to approach, Commander. Request accepted.
Landing gear deployed.
base. Confirmed. The launch underway.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Docking request granted. Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay, we have a headset back. Sorry about that. Battery died. Ugh. Alright, so what we do right now, we are... Oh, that's right, we're filling the carrier up with the component or the commodities to build 3 separate installations, 2 in space, 1 on the ground. I am actually using 2 accounts currently. But let's invite to team. There we go, see? Just get it docked at the other end so we know what to get, because we're just getting all the little bits. There's loads of little small amounts of commodities, like certain commodities to get, and then we can concentrate on all of the larger, like the high quantity stuff like steel, aluminium, etc, etc. Just get the alt to dock at the carrier and we'll know exactly what we need to buy. Got most of it already. I was a bit annoyed that actually the headset died. I thought it was charged, but it died almost straight away as soon as I put the stream on. Very annoying. Right, so alt's just docked at the carrier. Let's have a look. What do we need left? So let's get the stuff that he's carrying sold. Alright, so we need 98 more insulate membranes. Oops. What's the next lowest? The next lowest is ceramic composites. Well, we'll fill up on them. We could, if only we could have had like 11 more cargo. That would have been all of them.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Cool. Yeah, let's find the carrier in the list. There's a lot of carriers here. This is one of the, if you didn't know, this is a Trailblazer. It's one of the mega ships that came about because of the community goal for colonization. And they have pretty much everything you need to build colonies or installations or stations, etc, etc. Almost everything, I think. So, whatever that is.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we shall get headed over there.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety
Just get this
limits.
moving a little bit. Turn the assist on, and then alt tab to the alt, alt tab to the alt. And we'll take him back to the Trailblazer, where it is. So these are going to be the first, barring like, well, these are the first structures to be built in this system that will actually affect the economy. And after the big update yesterday, obviously that's changed the way that the economies work. So you get these links between various things. So we'll try and maximise what we've got already by building some extras. And I've got these three to build. Once these three are built, I can then build an asteroid port, just because it's cool, because it's in a fucking asteroid. And and it's also an extraction, which ties nicely with the system as it is. So we're going to push refineries onto the surfaces of the high metal content worlds, and hopefully we'll start producing. Got a decent tech level already, we'll increase that, and then hopefully we'll be able to produce almost everything that you need to build further colonies, which would be kind of cool, I think. Would be to have your own colony supply any further colonies that you want to build. I'm probably not going to build any more colonies. I might claim one or two and do an outpost. Outposts are pretty quick, but I'm not building any big ones until we get the new ship, Panther Clipper, because hopefully it'll have a huge cargo hold and it'll save having to do 72 bazillion runs backwards and forwards between the carrier and whatever you're building.
Landing gear deployed.
This is quite a slow process even with these. I mean, there's two accounts. There's one's the Clipper. The cut is 784 tons, and the T9 and the all is 736. So I mean, it's like 1,500 tons per run, but it's still kind of slow. I mean, once we get that new ship, it'll go. I mean, hopefully. I mean, in the old Frontier 2, it was like 2,100 tons. I think it was something like that. Anyway, it was huge. Whether it'll be the same or not, obviously, is total guesswork, total speculation. But it would certainly speed things up. No. So we'll just have the big ones to go, which is these ones here. And we'll have to come back to get a little bit more of the... There isn't even any titanium on that list yet, so... That'll be another carrier trip. Or maybe they'll be able to get them from nearby, I don't know. It might save the carrier trip. Maybe not. Might have to use the carrier, I don't know. We'll see. Right. Right, Alt's just landing, and we'll just before we start hiking loads of these bigger quantity or large quantity stuff, just so we know exactly, we need 11 ceramic composites. And then we can send Ultraff over there as well. It's... what was it? Ceramic composites. 11 of them, and Let's fill up on them.
Landing gear retracted.
Shift has departed. The launch underway.
Alright. Get some more. It's going to take me a while to do all of the whole system. That'll take ages, but I'm not in any rush to do it necessarily. As much as like building the stuff is cool, but hauling is like
Frameshift drive
it's not the most interesting activity.
3, 2,
Although it's kind of chilled. You
engage.
know, you've got plenty of people to talk to. It's kind of cool. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, that's what's happened there. Hey, BP and rating. Very cool. Hey, look at that, the red graphics are working and everything. Oh my god. Haha. How's it going, folks? So yeah, so we're it's I know, Dave, it's still no, it's just on a time eval. It should do everybody when you talk. You're all definitely on there, and it's it should auto. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, because it's not the first time you spoke in the stream. Yeah, it'll have done you then. It only does it once in the stream, otherwise you have to like restart everything. So I'd love to show you around the colony, but what I'm doing is I'm doing the boring bit, the really boring bit of the colonies, which is hauling all of the shit backwards and forwards to the carrier. But check that out. We've got loads of cool panda emotes there. Panda emotes are awesome. Nah. Let's get this one. So, in obviously true Eve fashion, we are multi-boxing Elite Dangerous. Because fuck hauling everything one at a time. It's tedious,
Docking request granted.
to say the least. When I land, I'll show you this. I'll show you what we're doing though a little bit. Show you the system. Hey.
Landing gear deployed.
Cool. There's that. Alright, there we go. I wondered why I was getting a bit of weird echo. I had, when you raided me, I had volume left on yours, so it was me talking to me, I guess. Where's the alt? Is he nearly there? Right, I'm waiting for the alt to come and land so I know what I need to buy. And, right, so what we'll do is we will go... It would be helpful if I did it on the wrong character, on the right character, even. So... Go to my colony and have a look at it. So what we're building right now, or getting this stuff to build, is all of these little green crosses, the little plus signs. These are all buildable slots in space. The little pluses are space, like orbital building slots, and you can put a variety of things in there that, you know. Yeah, no worries, Dodds. Thanks for being on. Stay and get the hearts out the cover, man. That's what they're for. You know you want to do it. Yeah, so like I say, you can select all these, you can go into these, and you can build, so starports, so big starports, asteroid base. I'm going to build an asteroid base just because it's cool. Don't actually need it necessarily, but it's cool. And then these are the big ones, which this is the big stupid one that I built in the first place. And as you can see, it requires an absolutely immense amount of stuff. And the first one you build requires more than that. So we won't be building one of them. But you can build small, like little stations, or these installations. The installations give you certain. Let's have a look at that one. They so they change the sort of standard of living, the wealth, or the development level, and they give you construction points which you can then use to build other items, depending on what you want the system to do. The bigger the thing that you're building, the more points of whichever tier 2 or tier 1 or 2 or whichever way around it is. It's tier 2 and 3. To build, and not only that, but you can also build on planets. So they have so many settlement slots for planets as well. You have to actually physically go there to see them though, but you can sort of. You can see this is the first one that I'm building. It's the start of one. I was kind of hoping to get it on that big feature there because it's not particularly. There's not a lot to it's quite flat. However, that area there is actually really mountainous. It looks kind of cool when you land on it. It's like a lot of just big spiky mountains around. So we'll be building some more stuff on that. These two are high metal content worlds with pristine reserves, both of them, and so they'll be really good for eventually generating all of the materials, hopefully, that you can use to build further colonies. Would be very handy, as it saves having to come over to where I am right now and pick all this stuff up from this other place. Let me just get this stuff offloaded from the alt. Right, so now what I need. So this Trailblazer, these are the mega ships. These were brought about by one of the community goals, and it was like I can't remember what it was exactly. Did you have to take stuff to a? You had to deliver. I think whether it was commodities or whether it was astrographic data or something like that. Like scans of planets and what have you. And the more that was handed in, the more of these megaships it would be. And there was tiers, and you would get more megaships for the tiers. And I think there's like 6. It was pretty good going. I think there was only maybe you could only maybe have got 8 or 9 at the most, but 6. So 6 was a pretty good result. And they have, like you can see, they have considerable quantities of almost everything that's involved. I think it is actually everything that's involved in building the stuff. You know, any stations, any settlements, or ground-based installations or whatever. So. Jesus, yes, it's like a cool little thing. Right, so what do you do here is just buy a few more bits and bobs, because we've got all the there's like a lot of different commodities that are required to build stuff, and I picked up almost all of the sort of small quantity ones already. So now we've just got like the higher quantity stuff to get, like the metals. Obviously, to build, you're building like space installations and big factories on the ground and what have you, and so they require a lot of steel, particularly is the highest one. I mean, you need 9,420 tons of steel alone. So right, so that's the last one that's like sort of like low level. So now we can just start concentrating on, well, we might as well do steel because it's the biggest. And it's also the one that's most likely to run out while you're getting it.
Cargo
So
hold
that's
at
full.
maximum capacity.
And now I don't have to be quite so slow with the alt, because I know there's only certain things to get. I would have liked to have been closer to the damn trail laser, but they're quite difficult to get close to. It's very, very busy. There's a lot of carriers in the systems, and you can't get your carrier any closer than this usually. What the fuck's the thing? Yes. So yeah, so we literally will be fill the carrier right to the brim, and then you've got to do the reverse. Obviously, at the other end, you've then got to unload it all and take it to the construction sites. So it's not a speedy process, but like it kind of I guess it kind of like emulates but in the sense of like it's a sort of space simulator as well as you've got some good action bits with the bounty hunting and blowing up other ships and going down to planets and trying to raid them and whatever. But like, this is the sort of long-term game, I guess. You do get paid for this. Like you get like you get taxes, I guess, from your citizens, depending on the happiness of the system. But we'll see whether that starts to become more or better. Actually, worth. Wait, I mean, it's not a lot at the minute. It's like 200k. It's virtually nothing. But that might well change with now that the population things have gone through the roof, and population will directly affect production, which is the way it should be. So it's now worth actually building like more stations, because more like stations and settlements and ports and stuff on the ground, they actually increase your population totals and caps and what have you. So more people, more income, more production, more income. That's kind of a cool planet. I've got the resolution turned down to sort of like low while I use two accounts, but it'd look cool. What the fuck's happened with the alt? Well, the alt's gone completely flying past because I forgot to put fucking Super Cruise Assist on. Turning these huge T9s are just so slow, they're like a brick. Right, that's fixed.
Docking request accepted. You are welcome to approach, Commander. Request accepted.
The carrier looks very cool with its red and black paint job. Can now do paint jobs on stations as well. There's only 4 at the minute, and they require 10,000 arcs, which is the in-game currency for MTXs and whatever. Well, the cheapest one's 10k. 10k, 12, and 17 for some reason.
Landing gear deployed.
Let's get the alt landed as well, and just load straight up on steel, max out as much. We'll get the steel done. What time is it now? 20 past 10. Try and get the steel finished before we end the stream. That'd be good. Finish off loading up tomorrow and then start unloading. Get these things built. These 3 things they give me the points, the construction points within the system to then build the asteroid base itself.
How may we assist you?
But they also directly help with the economy. So I'm interested to see what the economy changes to, or how it changes when once they're up and running. I don't know whether that'll happen immediately. There's like a weekly tick thing where a lot of like things happen, and it might well be that it doesn't update until next Thursday now, which is obviously a bit annoying because it'd be nice to see it now, but well, we'll wait and see, I guess. Right, so we'll sell all that. So this is all that's left to get. I say all that's left to get, so we've got to get these. And then there's also titanium, but it just wouldn't fit in the carrier. The carrier was out of space at that point. Obviously carriers are very large, but they're not infinite. So let's actually exit out of there. Back to the Trailblazer.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship release confirmed. Ship departure confirmed.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
really need to finish off the Imperial ranks for the alt so we can also have a cutter, because it's a far superior hauler. But we need to now wait and see what happens with this new Panther Clipper, because if it's as big as it looks like it's going to be, I'm wondering if it's going to be behind anything like a ranks, or it might well just come out like a lot of the racing ships have, where they're just arcs, like initially, like early access effectively. Which they might do, I guess, but who knows. But we'll have to have them because much faster. Much faster for bulk hauling between the carrier and like Trailblazers or whatever. When I say faster, they'll not be faster because they'll be huge, massive brick of a ship, but it'll just be less runs backwards and forwards. Less time spent docking and undocking. Can only be a good thing. Kind of close to the planet there. It's such a good looking game, this.
Docking request granted.
Ooh, we're gonna get interdicted on my ult. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think it's close.
Landing gear deployed.
Nope. That does happen as well sometimes, even in systems where there's allegedly not too much or too little security, but you can still get interdicted. Most of the time, it's just if you're in a proper hauling ship, the best bet is literally just to run away because you won't be able to fight most of them. Some of them you might, but proper dedicated hauling ships have no weapons. Well, they shouldn't have weapons because you'll save weight and space slots on the ship just for maximising your cargo hold. Steel, where is it? Steel.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so literally just back and forth these until we've basically filled the carrier and completely full, and then jump the carrier back to my system, and then we have to re-unload it. So it's like a proper space trucking simulator, I guess. A lot of people quite enjoy this, and it's you know, I like the result at the end when something builds. It's cool when you get a good sense of achievement that you've built something because it's taken you a considerable amount of time to do. And it'll be very interesting to see when it actually sort of like comes together, whether the actual economy stuff works out the way you kind of expect it to, or you'd hope that it does. Well, we'll not know that for now. That's much further down the road. Yeah, totally just sitting here looking at my alt not being Super Cruise. It's going to take him a long time to get there if he doesn't get into Super Cruise. I reckon it's greater than a year. Like that's like real time flying there. It would take more than a year at that speed. So we should probably get him moving. And that's gonna want to shoot, I think. Maybe not, maybe not. No, it fucking did, bastard face. Now there's a question. Obviously, why you use is a thing called Super Cruise Overcharge, which is kind of like a big afterburner for Super Cruise. Now there's a couple of ships in the game that are optimized for it. I think it's four ships, I think, are optimized for it. Is this gigantic new ship going to be optimized for Super Cruise? Because if it is, that's going to be fucking brilliant. Is it 4 ships? Got the Mandalay, Rubber Mark 5, Python Mark 2, Type 8 Hauler, Corsair 5. We have to get a Corsair. Corsair's a cool ship. I think next week, during the week, I think once we get this, take a break from building stuff next week and go and do some money making, serious money making, getting Alt wants a carrier, or Alt needs a carrier. Never not have 2 carriers, right? Yeah, carrier would be good for the Alt because then he's the sort of mobile base aspect of the carrier is just very helpful. Having a home, have a home station, fair enough, which is why I did the colonization in the first place. But having the mobile base is really cool because you can just you don't even need to add the shipyard module and the outfitting module because you always have access to it as the owner. You can always outfit and what have you. Would be a good idea if I actually started flying over. Trail there? Oh, towards the trailblazers.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Super cruise assist on. It's about as close as it gets to having any form of autopilot in this game, which I don't think that's enough. You wouldn't want a proper autopilot for this. It's too. It would make things. But I mean, it'd be exploitable. What the fuck? You'd just be a manual. Yeah, it would be exploited to death. You wouldn't need to. You could literally automate everything if you had that. It'd be a bit like in X4 Foundations, where you can have automated mining fleets and surveying fleets and stuff like this. That's a game I'll probably play at some point. I've got it. I have played a little bit of it in the past, but like just sort of sporadically, and it was very cool. I mean, I've played the old ones. The old ones are super complicated, and I don't know, X4's it's not the simplest of games, but it's certainly a lot better than it used to be. Like some of the older games, you had to actually like literally just fly across systems at like really slow speeds until you'd done some missions to get the, what was it called? It was some SETI, I think it was called. It's something that basically speeded up time so you could go faster. It was a bit like this super cruise that you have in this. And but you didn't have it straight away, so it was painful to play the early game in the older X games. Right, how are we getting on? We're getting there. This gets. I mean, this is just like you say, it's a process. It takes time. I mean, obviously, when you do this, you could do this doing this as a group is like is so much nicer in the sense of like you can, you know, you've got the speed that you can build stuff is quite phenomenal. You just have like if you have the carriers filled up, you have a lot. If you have 10 people filling them up, it's like it's done. Same when you know the other end when you unload, actually build the stuff. Like you have to physically unload the carrier and then or the from and take it to this construction site, or you're flying it from the next door system or wherever has got the commodity that you need and taking it directly there. Sometimes that can be quicker depending on what you need, but if you've got a lot of stuff, for me using the carrier is much easier. Besides, why would you pay? You spend a lot of money on these. The carriers are expensive. You're talking like 6 billion realistically to get the carrier. It's quite an investment, but
Docking
you
successful.
might as well use it. You know, get your money's worth, and use it for what it was. You know, for one of the good things that it's for. What are we buying? We're buying steel. Where's the steel? There it is.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Find the carrier again. Sadly, there's no way to like filter out every other carrier but your own.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Frameshift drive.
Okay, so this is the Super Cruise overcharge. You can see, it's just kind of, like I say, it's like a big afterburner for the thing, but it massively heats up your ship, and it throws you off sort of offline. And when I say rapidly speeds up, you hit a point and all of a sudden you're way past where you need to be. Oh look, someone's trying to interdict this ship. Well, they say they are. Whether they reach it in time or not is another thing. We shall see. The ships that are optimized for it, they barely heat up, and they don't throw you off courses and they slow down from it even more, which is more important. Way more efficient at using the overcharge. Oh, we are getting interdicted. Shall we escape? Should we just escape? It's quite manoeuvrable for a big ship. So this kind of like minigame, this is how you also interdict people. So if you were interdicting someone, you'd do the same sort of thing. And you just basically have to try and keep that lined up as much as possible until the blue bar fills up. So, annoyingly, it does throw you right off course where you were going. The other option is to just literally stop, is to like sort of submit. If you submit, if he pulls you out of Super Cruise, like if he forces you out, you have a big cooldown on your frameshift drive. If you submit, your cooldown is virtually nil, and you'll be moving before he tries to attack you. So you can literally just walk out, or just fucking boost the shit out of your ship and boost away from him and go back into Super Cruise. If they are particularly tenacious though, they might still catch up with you. So that there, what's that, 6,620? And so it's nearly 11 PM. We're not going to get all of this done tonight. What I wanted to get, not going to get all the steel done tonight anyway. It's going to take too long. There's still 6k left. So we're going to land, and then we're going to see if we can find someone else to raid. And for those who want to continue on watching, and then I'm going to go and probably go to sleep. Although we'll have a chat with, I'm going to have to chat with some people first. But yeah, it's coming along. I mean, like I say, we're getting the materials here for like 3 separate builds.
Landing gear deployed.
So, which I probably didn't show you when I was doing when we were looking at the system. We'll have a quick look before we go and raid. Alright, let's get landed. Cool, I can see the ship from my ult on the other screen. Alright, so this should take us down to less than 6k of steel required, and it is the largest quantity, so sell that. 5.8, so 5, 7, 10, 12, 12, 8, 14, 14k, it's not too bad. Okay, 15. 9 or 10 runs, we'll complete all of that with the 2 ships. That's like a good probably an hour and a half's work. So yeah, so what I was going to do, we're going to look at what I'm actually building right now. So what we're actually building is my system. Where is it? Oh, what I want to do? Get off that. Wow. That's because we ain't going to the right bit of the map. So this is the architect view of the system. Hey, look at that, the construction thing's disappeared with the tick. So these are already built. And what we're building right now is this is a small station called an outpost. Not to be mistaken for one of these gigantic fucking things. It was not the best thing to have chosen because I ran out of time and had to get a lot of help to build it. So a little outpost. These are the ones now we build. Now that I've got one system, if I do get any more, I will build one of these first because it's much quicker. So we've got that to build. We've got this to build, which is a space farm. This will supply the agriculture part of the economy. And that'll be enough because it's already got agriculture. I've already got loads of stuff for food. I was going to build stuff on the planet, but there's no need. It gives us more slots for building refineries and like research things to do high-tech shit. So we shall do that, and then it's just a case of literally, eventually we will fill all of these slots up, and potentially all of these as well. I mean, that would be awesome because so more stations and ground ports equals more population. Population's 13.4 million. The more that is, the more production you get, which means you have more stuff on your markets and it'll be spread out better. And the other thing we're building, of course, is this is the first planetary construction site. I've already taken a couple of little bits and pieces there. I was able to get. I've probably, duplicated a few things that we've got on the carrier, but it doesn't matter. We'll just keep them for the next time we build stuff. Don't need to look at that. So those are the three. Those are the 3 things to be building, and then here we're going to build this, but we can't build it until I've built the other 3 because I don't have enough of these. So we've got to build the other ones to get these construction points. Those construction points then allow to build other stuff. And the asteroid base, that like that, it's gonna look awesome. So there we go. Right, let me just shut the alt down because we don't need him right now. And then we'll find someone to raid. Thank you very much for watching, everybody's here, and if you haven't hit me with a follow, then please do so, because you know, why not? If you like what I'm doing, then you know, that's great. I'd appreciate it. I'm just waiting for I got 50 followers. 50 followers, which gives you the affiliate thing, which should. I'm just waiting for it to actually update. It's literally stuck on 49 out of 50. It just doesn't seem to want to update. So maybe that'll happen tomorrow, and then we'll have like channel points and all that good stuff for more fun. So yeah, so if you'd like what you've watched, then please, like I say, hit us with a follow, and we'll be back doing some more. Right, let's see if we can find. Who can we find? Let's have a look. Oh, look, there's someone who's doing yeah, someone else who's doing more colony building. So we shall raid this guy, Ian D Live, and yeah. Nice little boost. Let's go.
And Ultra, thank you very much